Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Survival Colony. I'm pretty happy to be doing this episode because we're finally going to be breaking out and doing some really cool stuff. I feel like the early game is starting to break up and the mid game is slowly upon us. Really good, really good. I'm happy. Check out my helmet. It's different, right? It doesn't have the shader glitch, right? Check this out. Buggy helmet. Don't know what's going on, and I don't know why. It's only the helmet that does it. Way to go, Vanilla's Plus. Shader. At least I assume it's the shader's problem. I mean, the shader's the thing that makes the armor not look right to begin with. It's just like totally dark, but it has the enchanted sheen on it. It's just bizarre. So bizarre. Anyway, so I wanted to kind of show you, before I get too deep into the things I'm going to do today, I wanted to kind of give you guys a layout of a couple episodes. I talked about my plans for my base as a whole. Obviously we have over here, we have the starter camp, we have my little resupply shuttle, and the gunpowder farm right there. And then of course we have this massive jungle back here. And I don't remember if I showed it in a video or not, but there was a lava flow right there, which you can see I poured water all over it, turned it into cobble. Wasn't that nice? So that's an interesting little feature. Ignore this dirt ring down here. And then over here, this is where we built the little villager breeder last time. By the way, there are so many villagers in that thing now that they've started to break out of the capsule, and they're getting out and they're running around. I can't see any at the moment, but I think they might be too far away to render. Like, I can't see the farmer in there either. So yeah, we've got to start using them for something. And I think you guys will like the something I'm going to use them for this episode. Yeah. And you can also see I've got some of these scaffold towers around because the creeper farm produces so much string, and I've got bamboo coming out my ears. I've been able to make a lot of scaffolding, which is nice. And you can see I've got two there. This one has a yellow base. And then if you look way over here, there's one over there. I've got a little yellow marker there with it as well. Yellow wool. There's one there, and that one doesn't have yellow wool in it. And let's see, can we see the one over there? There's one over there too. And we can't quite make them out, but there's also some markers just out of render distance here. What I've done is I've gone around and marked based on my spawn. I think this is how this works. My spawn is, oh, you can see it. See that little blue block right there? That is my respawn point. That little piece of lapis. That's what that was. I marked it. So what I've done is I've gone around and counted out, based on the chunk that little blue lapis is in, coming out here, to sort of figure out what are the spawn chunks of this world. And I think I'm doing this right based on what I've been reading. I'm not 100% sure, but I've looked at some videos from some very smart fellas, and I believe I've got the distances right. But basically, I want to kind of be careful about what I put inside of this line. From there to there, goes out into the water, comes back over that way, back over this way, and then along. So basically I basically marked out, I think it's like a 9x9 area, but I think really it's 10x10, because there's that one extra chunk that runs around the edge. I think they used to be called lazy chunks. I don't know if it's quite the same as a lazy chunk anymore. Anyway, I really don't know that much about this stuff, but I was just thinking from a base construction and planning standpoint, there are probably some things that would be nice to put inside this area that runs all the time. That's even assuming that it does. I've tried to test it with some plants and things, but I don't think plants work in the spawn chunks. So that was kind of a bump. That was kind of a bust. So anyway, basically, one of the reasons I built this villager this village breeder outside of this area. That was purposeful because I don't want that thing running all the time, no matter where I am. So I'm thinking a vast part of the colony proper is going to be kind of over in this area, sort of just off this bay. We're going to have a bunch of buildings and stuff back here. And then this bay, there's some islands and things we can't quite see over here. That will all kind of connect around, and we'll sort of have a ring of stuff. And then I'm going to bring a few things into the spawn chunk area. I'm going to be very careful about what I put in here. But today, I'm going to be building one of the first things that I purposefully want in the spawn chunks, because it's going to provide me with something that is very much needed all the time in large quantities. Well guys, it looks like I've made it about 3/4 of the way through building the farm, and I've completely run out of iron. Oh boy, it's kind of ironic that I run out of iron building an iron farm. Well anyway, what I wanted to show you is I've been down in doing a little caving, trying to get some iron so I can build like 1,000,000 railroad tracks. And I was in this cave, which isn't particularly big, but I heard some skeletons down here at the bottom. So I dug away a little bit of gravel, and I found a mine. Oh boy. So there's obviously a lot of iron in there, because look, there's some right here. So I went back to base. I got some supplies together, because this is going to be kind of a thing. I got some milk. I found a little iron already. I got just 1,000,000 torches and food and blocks and stuff like that. And I just kind of set up like a little safe base camp here. The exit is right up there. So I have a little safe fallback position for when the spiders overrun me. And yeah, so I'm going to go explore this, and let's see how much iron and goodies we can find. Start lighting the spawner up. Be very careful not to break it. Look what I found, a slime. The first slime I've seen in the game. You know what's really weird with this shader pack on? He has no face. It's a faceless slime. Look at it, these have no face either. Oh my god, it's weird. Oh my god. Oh my god, guys. That looks like another spawner. Oh yeah, this is definitely a spawner. Came to find iron, and I ended up finding spiders everywhere. I need to be able to back up in case they walk up on me. Yeah, this is exciting, guys. This is definitely exciting. Spawner right there. Where's the other one? It's really, oh, it's like right there. We just got ourselves a source of XP. Yes. Well, guys, so far this mining expedition has yielded, let's see, 30, 79 iron, and 58 rails. That actually is pretty useful, considering they're really easy to just pick up as you run along inside these mines. But the real score is gonna be this. Oh my gosh, I am super excited about this. Double spider spawner. Yes, we're gonna make an XP farm here because we need it so badly. Alright, let's see where we are. Oh, there's the birch forest. Okay, okay, okay. Oh no, I see where we are. Yeah, so the breeder is over that way. It's right over, I think, through those trees. And then the iron farm that we've been building is obviously right there. I now hopefully will have enough iron to make all the rails that I need. And a little bit further in that direction would be our starter camp and resupply shuttle. Cool. Well guys, looks like this is our last villager that we need to get into this cell. What an incredible mess this has been. Bye-bye, fella. Welcome to your forever home. Oh, geez. Wow. What a colossal endeavor this has been. And this is only half of the Gnembon design. Yeah, he, I think, has 5 of these cells in a big loop like this. Yeah, and I'm just doing 3 of those. Alright, well, I've got one more anti-lightning shield to put up, and then I have gonna have to hunt down a zombie that can hold items, which is probably gonna take a little bit of doing. Well guys, as it turns out, catching zombies that hold stuff really isn't that hard. It's actually harder to keep them alive so they don't burn up in the sun. I had no idea that helmets would break. I went through so many zombies trying to safely get them over and get them integrated into the farm. And then these guys started showing up. And yeah, well, I just kind of had some places that they could spawn that I shouldn't have, so yeah, so then this happens. Ow. And I don't think he was the only one. Oh yeah, here's this guy. This guy down here. Oh yeah, he was a pain. Eventually, I caught some more zombies, and I got all this stuff sorted out. And I finally got the farm, finally got the farm going. And I have a couple of extra zombies tucked away underneath the farm, just in case something happens to the one I've got running around. I tell you what, this has been a technical monster to build. Parts of it I thought would be very hard and turned out to be very easy. Other parts of it I thought would be pretty straightforward and ended up just being a disaster. And just like some basic things like getting villagers you know, into their little cells. You know, I was very careful about how I did it, but yet it was still a problem. So with this particular design, this is based on one by Gnembon. I'll link to his I guess it's a tutorial. It's more about the theory of the new iron farm mechanics and how to make a couple different versions of iron farms. But he has a recommended version that is very much like the one that I've built here, except it has, where I have 3 of these sections, his has 5, and I've really done this one as 3 because I needed it to be a certain shape. I have a build in mind that's going to encapsulate this, and I needed it to be long, not really wide, and his preferred design is quite wide. So as you can see here, I've got it working. They're you know, golems are dropping down, they're burning up in the lava. The little zombie goes around, he goes out of range of the villagers, down underneath of everything. And the trick to this design really had to do with timing out how long it would take him to make his little route around everybody, which really needs to be from the time he leaves a villager's detection zone and makes a full round trip around the track and comes back, needs to be at least 36 seconds. And it took me a little while to get this sorted out. In fact, I had to add a little extra track here and there and add a little extra water slowdown thing just to make sure that he was waiting long enough. And eventually I got it to where the villagers will pretty much drop at least 1 golem per visit, if not 2. Definitely takes a little tinkering to get that timing right. And I solved the zombie hat problem. You can see along the top there I put in blocks above everywhere that the track goes. So little zombie's helmet should not be taking damage and will hopefully last forever and he won't burn up. Next episode, we'll be wrapping this entire iron farm in a decorative build. It's going to be very sci-fi and very spacey. I'm very excited about it. I wish I could have done both things in this one episode, but it's really just too much. This was a colossal build, especially having to take a huge amount of time right in the middle of it to go and get more iron because I ran out. I didn't have nearly enough to do all the tracks that I needed to do. It wasn't so much the tracks in the iron farm itself as it was the connection between my village breeder and this facility. So, but I don't think we'll have that problem again. I think we'll now have all the iron we need for as long as this series lasts, or until the game mechanics change and this iron farm breaks. What a terrible thought. Gosh, I hope that doesn't happen. Everybody, thanks for watching this video. It was sure a monster of a build today. I hope you guys will like this video, and I hope you'll also subscribe to the channel. Your support means a lot. Thanks so much. See you guys in the next one.